that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw, Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Radley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now let's go. 3, let's go.
Now the rookie from Alabama, it's Bo Scarborough. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Here we go now. 56. Blue, Detroit. Blue 90. Detroit.
Throwing, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Slow.
They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Griffin. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, a 22. Now Griffin on first down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Leopard!
They go play action here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Mayfield now on second down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on fourth down. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he lost the football. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Leopard!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Second down, Mayfield. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Zadarius Smith coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep route, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you had.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Ravens. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago, it's Alex Collins. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Now Griffin on second down. Being chased out left. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing now, Griffin on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And now running right through it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. so that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, Griffin. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, here's Griffin. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Agba able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Third and long. It's Griffin. Buying time to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This is fielded at the 27. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And the Browns getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
1st down, Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Mayfield. And fights him off. Steps away to his left. That's caught by the rookie, Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Baker Mayfield, obviously the #1 pick overall. That was controversial, though. What ultimately made the Browns go in his way?
Well, post-draft, I did hear a Browns executive talk about the efficacy of Baker Mayfield. In other words, how people rally to him, how people respond to him. He talked about seeing him at a workout, how he showed up, yelled out to the other guys. They yelled back with the same response, ran right to him, and they were ready to start the workout. He said things like that and his talent tipped the balance in his favor to go #1.
Mayfield. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Mayfield on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking to throw on second down. Griffin. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Slow. Z.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Griffin. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Drive starts on the ground with Scarborough. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw is RG3. And he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. To throw on second down, Griffin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. From the gun, it's Griffin. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. Dancing to his left. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my